All right. Sorry for that interruption again. So like I was saying before, assuming that you have these 4 legs here, there is a particular rule that you have to respect. That rule is called a 50, 30, 20% rule. If you don't observe this rule, even if you raise up to this 5,000 euros worth of volume sales or 5,000 points, if you want to call it that way, even if you raise this, if you did not follow this pattern, you will still not qualify for this J rank. And that means you will not be able to earn the rank bonus corresponding to this. Now, how does it work? This is an illustration. Assuming that in your team A, you have team A, team B, team C, and team D under you. Your team A has produced up to 2,000 points or 2,000 worth of volume sales. Team B has produced 3,000. Team C has produced 5,000. Team D has produced nothing, for instance. Now, you are struggling to qualify for the rank of J. To qualify for J, you need up to 5,000 points. Let me call it points so that it should be easier for everybody. You need 5,000 points. Now, the 50, 30, 20% rule states that 50% of this 5,000, which is 2,500, 30% of this 5,000, which is 1,500, 20% of this 5,000, which is 1,000. You need to fulfill this condition. You need to fulfill this. Hold on. It's 20% of 5,000, 1,000. Are you sure? 5,000. What is it? Good. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now, what does this mean in essence? Means that for you to qualify for the rank of J, one of your legs must produce a maximum of 2,500. Let me say a minimum. One of your legs, at least one, should produce a minimum of 2,500. No, maximum. Sorry, not minimum. One of your legs should produce a maximum of 2,500, and one leg should produce a maximum of 1,500, and another leg should produce 1,000 points. That's in a case where you have only 3 legs. But in this case, where we have up to 4 legs, I should say at least 2 of your teams should produce a maximum of 2,500 points. That's if you put the points together. At least 2 of your teams should produce a maximum of 1,500, either 2 or 1. At least 1 or maximum of 2 teams should be able to produce the other balance of 1,000. Now, let us look at it in this case. This is team A. Team A has generated, this is team A here, which is directly behind you. This team, maybe the networker in here, his team is actually growing and they are able to raise up to 2,000 points already. Now, the condition here for 50%, let us try to verify the 50% rule first. 50% says that we must raise at least what? 2,500. Now, this team A has produced just what? 2,000. Means that we are still short of 500. Now, go to team B. Team B has produced what? 3,000. And this 2,500 is already involved in this 3,000. Which means that our first condition has been fulfilled. Let us verify now the second condition. 30% rule says we should be able to raise at least what? 1,500. If we come back to team A is even up to 2,000, which means team A has already met the 1,500. So the second condition has been validated. Now we need to verify the third condition, which is 20%. Look at team C. Team C has even up to 5,000, which means the 1,000 is found in this 5,000, which means that all 3 conditions have been verified. Even if team D has not produced anything, at least we have seen a 2,500 found in one of these 3 teams. We have seen a 1,500 found in one of these 3 teams. We have seen a 1,000 found in one of these 3 teams. Even if the last team doesn't produce anything, you will qualify for that rank of J. It will be different in this case. Look at this second case. In this second case, team A has produced 2,500. This 2,500 here, which is already good. They have fulfilled the first condition of 50% of this 5,000 is good. Now let us verify the second condition, which is 30%. We need what? 1,500. If we come to team B has produced what? 2,500, which is also good, which means that they have fulfilled the second condition of 30% because at least 1,500 is found in this 2,500. Now we need to verify the last one. At least one team or the rest of the teams under you should be able to make a total contribution that will sum up to at least 1,000. Now, if we come to this second condition, team C has not produced anything. They have produced 0. Team D has produced only 100 points. So if we add 0 plus 100, it is not up to 1,000. That means you will not qualify for the rank J. You will still remain an amber. Now let us look at the third condition. Team A has produced 1,200. 1,200 at least. It means that the 20% rule has been fulfilled. Let us take it that way. Now Team B has produced 1,000. Oh, okay. Let us say Team B has fulfilled the condition for 20%. Meaning that we need to verify the condition for 30%. Here we have 1,200. If we add 1,200 to maybe this 300 from Team C, 300 plus 1,200 gives you what? 1,500, which means we have fulfilled the second condition. Now we have Team D alone. He alone is left. And the last condition that we need to fulfill requires what? 2,500. But Team D has raised only what? 2,000. That means you will still not qualify. So what do you need to do? You need to put more effort in Team B. Put more effort in Team D to make sure that Team D raises at least $500 or 500 euros worth of volume sales to add to this present 2,000 so that you can be able to fulfill these three conditions so that you can qualify for that rank J. Now, if I take this last condition here, for this last condition, this is already 5,000 that has been generated by Team A. So we can already say that this 2,500 is already inside. Now, let us go to the next. Team B has not produced anything. Team C has produced just 100, which amounts to nothing. Team D has produced 2,300. Now, we can say in this 2,300, we can extract 1,500 from it. But the rest of the 1,000, because one team can produce either 1,500 or 2,500 or 1,000 alone. You cannot make a consideration of one team two times. No. One team cannot participate in 50% and also participate in the 30% and the 20%. No. One team can participate only in one of these percentages at the time. So you see that with this case, 2,300, sorry, with this case of 5,000, yes, 2,500 has been taken out of it. Team B has produced nothing. Team C is 100. 100 is less than, even 1,000. Then Team D has produced 2,300. Which we can say that, okay, maybe from there, the 30% rule has been fulfilled. But what of this 1,000? You see that we are left only with this. So in that case, the person will still not qualify for the rank of J. So that is how it is now. For you to be able to do the lex balancing, if you want to earn the bonus of the previous ranks which are passed through already. If you want to earn all of those bonuses, you must make sure that the way you are building your team now, if the team you have now is in such a way that you have only 2 legs, please start looking for means to develop a 3rd leg. If possible, a 4th leg. The more legs you have behind you, the more advantageous it is. So that if one team is sleeping, the other team can be able to compensate so that you can add up points to be able to fulfill the 50, 30, 20% rule. So that's exactly how it should be done. If there is any question at this point, please, I'm going to give room for questions. I'm sure I've spoken quite much. I've talked about a lot of things here. So please, if you have a question, let me take your questions first on this new product. Please, we are talking about a new product. No question again about the old product. So if you're asking a question, it should be about this new product. Questions, please. Any questions? Okay, there's a hand up.
Yes, my hand is up.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, you've just said something, and you said something in the last presentation, and I'm trying to connect it to the networking and the building of a team in this new product.
Yes.
Now, you said a coin is very specific to a particular blockchain.
Yes.
Now, a lot of us were just investors. We were not speculators per se. So we started with the PLC and we're waiting for our 3 years and stuff. And we brought people on board also. Now, when there were issues and a host of other coins came on board, most of us became a little bit confused because this is a very technically complex business. And most of the people that we tried to bring were not that tech savvy. And so we started having problems with explaining. Even us that brought them on board didn't even really understand the business fully. So not to talk about people that are not tech savvy. Now, the issue of the farms, if we can't transfer what we have in the previous coins to this new one, we need money to buy these other farms afresh. That's going to be a little bit difficult for most of us because you've not even benefited from what you invested and you don't even really know how to move it to this new platform, assuming they were just in my wallet, maybe, but they are already in a farm that is supposed to be there another 10 years, where I moved all of those my coins into a farm. Now, how do I get them in?
The line is breaking, leader.
From that farm to swap conscience, go and tell people about I can't even raise the money to buy this new farm, and I have lost money in this place, so to speak, or my money is trapped in that place, so to speak. The monies of those other people that I must have brought is also trapped in that place, so to speak. And can I, in good conscience, go in fresh set of people to introduce this to them? Because I mean, I'm just being frank.
All right, leader. I've gotten your question. I've gotten your worry. Trust me, the things you are citing above. Were you present during the first part of the presentation? Did you participate in the first part? Then I want to assume that you understood every explanation which I gave there. This one, remember, I've also said this one is a new product on its own. I'm coming, leader. This is a new product on its own. Nobody is obliged to get involved with the Ultima token. It is not a must. This one is for people who want to continue. Now, you said people have lost money or they have their money trapped, or some people came in, they say it's high tech and so on. It is true that so many people who are not conversant with cryptocurrencies. That is the reason why we created WhatsApp groups. We did not create WhatsApp groups to be entertaining people. No. The reason for those WhatsApp groups we created was to help to train those who did not have knowledge, sufficient knowledge on cryptocurrencies. That's why we're organizing webinars every day. Every blessed day we're organizing webinars. If you are not an expert in that domain, attend the webinars, learn, understand from that's the only way you can get to learn. There's nobody who can come and meet you in your house to teach you. The highest thing that we do is to run. I, for one, if I'm running a Zoom like this, I am spending money on communication data, the data that I load to be able to do this. Nobody pays me in return. So if I'm doing this, it's because probably you are very far off somewhere. I don't know which part of the world. For instance, I'm not talking about you in particular. I'm talking about any other person. Since I cannot be able to meet the person in person, like to begin to teach the person about the business, the easiest way I can connect with everybody is through Zoom meetings, is through the organization of live seminars. If I thought there's a live seminar which is going on in your nation, everybody is invited to come and attend. Or those who cannot be able to attend live seminars, who cannot be able to attend Zoom because they have challenges with network connectivity. Some people don't have data or whatsoever, or they're always busy at their job site, they cannot attend the Zoom. Those ones are legitimate reasons. That's why we have also recorded versions of these Zooms. Voice notes are equally being done on a regular basis, explaining certain things about the business. It is not today that it started. The reasons why some people came on board when the coin was very high up, and today they are not seeing anything worthwhile out of the business, I've already explained that. And the blame was in two folds. I've already done an extensive explanation. I cannot go back to that. So what it is right now that we are supposed to be doing, we cannot spend time complaining again, saying that this and that, oh, because of this, because of this. No, doesn't mean that we should just fold our arms. We should forget about the business. We should stay on the same spot. We should keep complaining.
No,
mistakes have been made. I'm coming.
I'm
coming.
What we're asking.
You are a networker, I understand.
I think you need to
I will tell you exactly what you do. I will tell you exactly what you do. So the truth is, people will always be having mixed feelings. Even if I were the one, if I came in on board and I've not received something, I will equally be tempted to have such feelings. But normal, it's a normal thing. Now the issue is, have these people been attending Zoom meetings? If no, have they had the opportunity to attend a live seminar? If no, Have they really been watching recorded versions of the Zoom meeting? If no, then how does somebody invest in a business? Because to tell you the truth, so like I was saying, sorry, most of the people, in fact, 95% of those who are complaining about the business or that they have not withdrawn anything or done this and that, if you check, my facts are very correct. 90% of them are people who have not been attending Zoom meetings. Like there are people who came in, they joined the business with the mentality that because we have put our money in this thing, we can go home and sleep and begin to wait at the end of every month for the upline to call and say, okay, come and take money. Your money is already available. Those are the people who came in with that kind of mentality. And the only way that mentality would have changed would have been on condition that they were attending the Zoom meeting, because we cannot count the number of Zoom meetings that have been held and explanations are given with respect to the business. All these things that I'm even saying, we have said 1,000 times in different Zoom meetings. Like I said, we understand not everybody can attend a Zoom meeting. That is true. Not everybody, has the time to be on a WhatsApp group and begin to follow things which are going on. That is also true. But then, what efforts were they making? If they actually came without the tech, when you even say it is highly technical, to be honest with you, leader, there is nothing technical about it. It's probably just because we are dishing out so many things at the same time, particularly in this Zoom. I've said a whole lot of things that appeared difficult for many people to handle. But these are things, if you attend the first Zoom meeting, second, third, fourth, fifth, before it gets to the 10th Zoom meeting, you discover that there are certain things that you find very easy. There is no much calculation that is done there. Even the calculation that is supposed to be done, most of the leaders have done that. And they're only dishing out, they're only showing people, the various possibilities. So in this business, what are you going to be telling these other people? Because their investments are still trapped in the other side, like you said. Whereas if they were attending these Zoom meetings, they would have understood all of these things, because now they will be looking at you as if you took them to a wrong place. That's exactly the interpretation they will be giving. What happened to PLCU or PLCU Classic is what would have happened to any other cryptocurrency. It is not only particular to PLCU. No, go and check all the other cryptocurrencies in the world. They behave like that. Bitcoin was once at $60,000. Where is it today? It is down. So does it mean somebody who bought it at the rate of 60,000 should be crying and bringing down hell and whatnot because it is at 29? No, it cannot happen. Like that is how the cryptocurrency business works. It's all unfortunate that some people didn't know that is how it works. Maybe based on the information that was given to them by those who prospected them.
No, I think you need to get the point I'm trying to make. I'm not talking about prices and stuff. What we are saying here is what becomes of those of us holding on to PLC and they are in the farms? Because if we just keep them there for the next 10 years, what we are saying here, if you can talk to Alex, let us see how we can convert.
Or you are saying something which I'm not sure. I'm not sure that your facts are correct. What do you mean by PLC use are trapped in the farm for 10 years? I don't know of anything like that, unless you are saying something.
PLC.
You are talking about PLC.
PLC. Yes.
First of all,
we're talking about PLC. Is it that we should forget about?
Leader, let me first of all say something
about that.
No. You are getting a whole lot of things mixed up here. Honestly, you are the person making the mistake. When you say your coins are locked up in a farm for 10 years, what does it mean? Why did you put the coins inside the farm? You put a small quantity of coins inside the farm so that the farm will be producing new PLC coins for you every blessed month. Just like it is happening with PLCU or PLCU Classic, which was limited to just 12 months. But the case of PLC goes right up to 10 years. Is it not an advantage to you instead? Because you have new PLC coins that are produced for you. For instance, if you had one PLC, which you put inside the farm, it stays inside the farm for 10 years so that it will be producing new coins for you every month for these 10 years. And you see it as a problem, leader.
Unless you are not understanding with the new products, nobody talks about PLC again. So most of us are of the opinion that that investment is gone.
No. It's not that nobody talks about the leader. You see, this is the same thing that I've been talking about. That when people don't attend most of the Zoom meeting, we have spoken about PLC until there is no need to talk about PLC. Why? Because we said PLC, for it to be made use of, can only be swapped for the smart coin. That's what we said. That's the only way we can make use of PLC. So we cannot keep singing the same thing every now and then. Every meeting we say PLC go and swap for PLC for a smart coin or whatever. Even before the smart coin came, they had already said that. The CEO already said it a whole number of times. I don't know, maybe you have just been missing those Zoom meetings. So they cannot keep saying the same thing every now and then. That is also where the responsibilities of the leaders also comes in. As a leader, you are supposed to know. If you don't know exactly what the fate of PLC is, meet your upline, ask from the upline, or you ask maybe some leaders like myself, for instance, because I'm not sure that you have ever asked that question to me. That's probably why it is appearing as if nothing was being said about PLC. No, a whole lot has been talked about it. But they did not need to keep repeating the same thing because almost everybody in the system already knew exactly what the fate of it was. And it's not like I've already shown you today. That is not like PLC is abandoned. I've already shown all the coins that this company has ever, all of them, none of them is useless. All of them are very useful. I've already shown you from the calculator. So this is what your team members are supposed to have as knowledge. If they don't have this knowledge, then they will still keep on assuming that maybe their investments are useless. That's what they'll be thinking. Because they are expecting us to keep talking about the same coin when we already know exactly what the fate of the coin is. Everybody knows already. So there's no need to keep repeating the same thing. We all know that we are swapping to the smart coin. That is it. Just like the other community coins. So it's as simple as that. So if it is going to appear maybe difficult for you to present this one to them, it's maybe because you first of all have a homework to do. And the homework you're supposed to do is give them this explanation which I've given to you. Starting first from the reason why people lose money in cryptocurrencies. Maybe that's knowledge they did not have. Then you explain to them exactly why the coin prices went down, starting from the limitations from the part of the company to the limitations on the part of the community. If there are people who are rational enough, they will understand that it is not only something particular to this cryptocurrency. That is how it is for all. So the good news is that the coins are still very much useful. And we are going to see the use case of those community coins through the smart coins, which is operating on the smart blockchain. That is where we have always wanted to be. It's like the biggest market for us. Maybe the only thing they will have as a problem is the timing, because they have to wait for long. That's because Alec gave us the democratic powers for us to take any quantity of coins to the market to swap and make so much money, and some people abuse it. So it makes some people to already have it at the back of their mind that every month we have to be catching out this huge amount. Since it came to their own turn, they were unable to have those same advantages, probably because it came a little late and it's not happening. That's why most of them are having the mixed feelings and so on. But I'm sure that these explanations I'm giving, which we have given several times in so many Zoom meetings, if they had it by virtue of them attending the Zoom meetings or live seminars or listening to recordings, I'm sure they should have been able to understand something. To make money in the crypto space, you must avail yourself to learn. If you don't want to learn, trust me, it will be difficult. Many things will pass you by. I understand what you're talking about, leader. But trust me, there is nothing we can do apart from doing exactly what we need to be doing now. With time, most of them will become used to it. It's just a matter of time. Any other question, please? Leader Yakubu, your hand is still up. You still want to say something again?
No. I'm okay.
All right. Any other question, please? Questions? If there's no other question, then I assume that everything is understood.
I have a question.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, I want to find out, since I've said now that there's swapping, because I had a one PSU coin that I swapped, and I was having, they were paying me per month for it. I think I collected for 2 months around 15,000. So now I want to ask the question that this swapping that we are going to do now on the smart coin, is it going to be the same? Because how can somebody swap a whole one PSU coin and is having 15,000? So my worry is that if this swapping because I've seen on the group, there's a lot of advantages on the smart coin, at least the CEO should make the swapping so that at least if somebody is taking 1%, because at times you even look at the swap you have made, there's no need collecting any money. So That's my question. Is it the swapping still going to be the same like that other swapping we first did?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I understand your pain. When you say the 1% that you are receiving per year is very small, that is true. Let me tell you something. It is even possible for Alex to ask everybody to swap everything like 100%. Like they give you 100%. It's possible for him to say that. But if he gives us the possibility to do that, what will happen? We will find ourselves again with the same problem that we're having with PLC. Means that the price of the coin will collapse. Do you prefer that he gives us the possibility to swap and receive 100% of the totality of the coins? Even in one day, he can decide to make it happen. That in one day, you swap everything and you get the smart coins. You take everything to the market within the same day. If you are supposed to have 15 million, he gives you the possibility to take them to the market. If all of us do that, Alex will just sit at the side and be watching. Imagine you have 15,000 smart coins you take to the market. Every other person has 15,000. We all take everything to the market. What do you think will happen to the price of the coin? It's just like somebody who is selling tomatoes in the market. Imagine you go to the market, you have 100 people who are selling tomatoes, and you have just 2 people who are willing to buy tomatoes. What do you think will happen to the price of the tomatoes? So Alex has made it in such a way that, yes, it is difficult, it is small, but it's for our own good. That's why he decided to relax it as the years are passing by. During the first year, it is very small because the products have not gone into full implementation yet. Once all the products have been put out there and there's a huge demand for the coin, which means that many people will be needing more smart coins as the years are passing by. That's why each year which is passing by, he raises the percentage up. The thing is that we are always looking at it from our own angle, from the advantage that we are going to get. That now, if they give me the possibility to swap and withdraw maybe 50% instead of 1%, it will be good for me. But you are not looking at the impact of that in the market. You think you are the only person who wants to sell. I want to sell as well. Every other person wants to sell. If all of us go to the market to sell at the same time, who is going to buy? What do you think will happen to the price? It will collapse. It means that we will not even have this business existing again. That's just the simple truth in it. That's why he said for the first year, since we are still testing the products, we have to reduce the quantity, the smart coins, so that the market doesn't get saturated. Because before we allow more coins into circulation, we must be sure that the demand also is available to absorb it. Because if the demand is weak and you send out more coins, what will happen? The price of the coin will collapse. It's not Alex who is going to remove the USDTs from his pocket to pay. Everything is generated by the system. It's not the company that is doing it, no. So we need to understand this. These are basic facts that need to be understood. Because if you don't, first of all, understand that this is how it works in cryptocurrencies, then you always find it difficult. If you want to limit it to what you will be getting every month, what the desire that you have is the same desire that I have. I want to withdraw a huge quantity also. Every other person has the same desire. But if our desires coincide in the market at the same time, there will be problems. The price of the coin will go down, and that means all of us will even cry further. That's why he decided to limit it. Yes, it's hard for the first year, that's true. But the second year, it is better. The third year, it is better. If you go in for the 3-year swapping plan, look at the amount of money that you are going to receive at the end of the 3 years. Look at how much. It's very huge. But at the beginning, it is small. That's because we are still struggling to build that community. We are still struggling to create that demand through the products that are going to be put out there. Once the products are fully in implementation, what will happen? The demand will come naturally. And that means more people will be needing more smart coins. That's when you start saying that, okay, you can now be released, will be getting more smart coins that are released to you regularly because there are people who are ready to absorb them. If we don't do it, then the problem that we are facing with PLCU Classic now, with the price being very low, we will find ourselves in that same problem again. That's just a simple thing.
Okay, thank you very much, leader. The next question I have is, we see the CEO controlling the prices through the responsibility indicator.
Yes.
But now also in CoinsBit, we see him controlling the price, but then we say the system is decentralized. How decentralized is the system?
CoinsBit is not part of our blockchain. CoinsBit is not part of our blockchain. CoinsBit is owned by somebody else. It's not part of our ecosystem.
But he's controlling the price there.
He can control the price. Nobody has ever said, Alex has never said that Coinsbit Exchange is a decentralized system. He has no right even to say because it's not owned by him. His coin is simply trading on it, but it's not owned by him. So Coinsbit has his own management. They are the ones who decide the things they want to do there. Now, when you say control of the coin, please, I want us to first of all understand the meaning of this word control, because some people are beginning to see like Alex can decide to take the price of the coin to maybe $100,000, and he can decide to make the coin to collapse to maybe $1. That's the angle from which people are understanding this aspect of control. Now, when they say you are controlling something, what does it mean? It doesn't mean that you are controlling the price worth of it. That's not the meaning. It simply means that you are regulating the flow of that particular product. On Coinsbit, what Alex is doing, Alex has no impact on the price of the coin on Coinsbit. He has nothing to do with it, because the price of that product or on any coin on that exchange market is defined by the law of demand and supply. Basic economics. That is what defines the price of any product. It is not a human being that does it. One person cannot modify that price. It is the total demand with respect to the total supply. That is what defines the price. But now, he can decide to influence the supply by doing what? By saying that the quantity of coins that will go to the market has to be reduced. Because if it is not reduced, then it would damage the price of the coin. It is not for him to go and say that, okay, henceforth, this price will sell at this amount, or this one will sell at this amount, or this person who was making something bigger, henceforth he has to start making but something small. He does not have the powers to do that. It is the market that does that. But he can regulate the flow into that market. And if he doesn't do it, if Alex has not been doing the regulation of the quantity of coins that people can sell on that market, trust me, the price of one PLCU Classic now would have been at $0. It would have been zero now. Because it's just like you take the 100 people with 100 baskets of tomatoes to go to a market where you have just one person who is ready to buy. So if you want to raise the prices of those tomatoes, what do you need to do? Prevent 99 people from taking their own tomatoes to the market. Allow just one person to go to the market to go and meet that one person who is ready to buy the tomatoes. That way, the person who is selling the tomatoes can inflate the price of the tomatoes, and the person who wants to buy will have no choice than buying at that rate. But if there are already 10 people in the market against one person ready to buy, what will happen? It means that it is that one person who is ready to buy that will determine the price of the coin. That's the simple reason.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? All right, if there's no other question, then I'm going to wrap up this with this information, which is very, very important. This one. Please. I don't know if everybody's seeing this. This information is very vital. Please, never take a loan to invest in cryptocurrencies. It doesn't matter which cryptocurrency it is. Never you do that. Please, never you borrow money to invest in any digital currency. Unless the amount of money you are taking is an amount of money you are willing to bear the risk. If you are willing to lose that amount of money in case that situation occurs, then that is fine. But if you cannot bear it, please, never you go in for a loan. Even if you are sure of that cryptocurrency that is going to do well, don't go in for a loan that will hold you on the neck. Unless it's a loan, you know how you can take care of it in case you don't get what you're expecting from the cryptocurrency space. For all cryptocurrencies, not only for this particular one, all. Never you do that. Why is it so? Because the bank or wherever you're taking the loan, they have timelines within which you have to be paying the interest or paying back the loan. But cryptocurrencies don't have timelines. There is no particular period when a cryptocurrency will go up in value or when it will come down. Nobody knows that. Nobody can give you a definite calendar for that. And if you are hoping on cryptocurrencies to be repaying a loan in the bank, if the period comes when the coin is down, you will face problems because you will not be able to get that money to go and give to the bank, and you have to respect the timelines of the bank. So please, never you borrow money. It's better you get the little amount of money that you have, buy the little quantity of coins that you can start the business with, then begin to do what they call compounding, grow that little amount until it eventually becomes big. That way you free yourself from pressure from the bank. So to any lot, please, right now, run to Coinsbit. Go and buy the coin. Oh, sorry, I keep calling it coin. Run to Coinsbit and buy the token. Go and buy the token from Coinsbit. The token is called Ultima. Just go there and type Ultima. Let me show you how to get it from Coinsbit. This is a Coinsbit exchange. You simply come here to this combination. You click here. Now you type in here. Type Ultima. This is it. This is the pair. Ultima / USDT. Click here. Now you see the price at which one Ultima coin is selling, $10,000. It's selling at $10,000. So go to the market now, get USDTs, buy any quantity. The best time for you to buy is now, because I already showed you the intervals. The first interval is between this 10,000 and I think 11,000. The second interval will be from 11,500 and I think 12,000 and the rest. So you have up to about 50 different levels. If it moves out of each circle, it will never come back there. That's what you need to know. Once it moves out of an interval, that's all, it never comes back there. Because if it threatens to go back there, the responsibility indicator will apply and everything will go back. The responsibility indicator is not Alex who is doing it. It's not Alex who manages it. It is a blockchain that does it. It is automatic. It is not an individual that does it. So let nobody think that it's Alex that will be entering the system and manipulating and causing the freezing of people's coin. No, Alex is not the one doing it. That's the beauty with the blockchain and smart contracts. Once a smart contract has been prepared and the conditions have been established, that is all. It will be executed from day one to the last day. So once you violate one of the terms, the system automatically brings you into the correction zone. That's how it's going to work. So that's so much so that nobody will have the possibility to come and damage this market for us to be suffering, going through the difficulties we are going through right now. So that is it. So please quickly go and get your own coins before the price moves out of this range. Then from the 7th of this month, very important to networkers. If you are a networker, please, if you have downlines, if any downline of yours buys an Ultima farm, when you have not bought your own Ultima farm first, you will miss the bonus. No bonus will come to you. So everybody, you must go and buy, even if it's the smallest farm, even if it's the smallest farm, like the light, which sells for 110 euros, even if it's the smallest one, buy it in your account so that your account should stay active. Because all accounts are going to go inactive as from the 7th. So for you to reactivate your account, you have to buy at least the smallest package. At least once you buy it, then your account remains active. Then all the purchases that will be done by your downlines, you will be getting all the referral commissions. But if you fail to do it and your downline buys a farm before you miss the bonuses. It's that simple. So I think we are going to call it quit for today. We have actually taken too long a time. I'm actually tired myself. So I want to appreciate you all for actually exercising the patience to go through these presentations. It's actually necessary so that we get to understand what we are supposed to be doing now. Because like I said, we are getting into cycle 3. Make sure you don't miss out on this cycle 3 because you will cry. Very soon you start seeing the testimony. Good enough, all of us are found in WhatsApp groups. You start seeing people sharing those testimonies. So for those who have not been able to make something big with the other community,